Absolute dB scales. Decibel as absolute unit of power. It is also possible to use the decibel as a unit of absolute power, in addition to using it as an expression of power gain or loss. A common example of this is the use of decibels as a measurement of sound pressure intensity. In cases like these, the measurement is made in reference to some standardized power level defined as 0 decibels. For measurements of sound pressure, 0 decibels is loosely defined as the lower threshold of human hearing, objectively quantified as 1 picowatt of sound power per square meter of area. A sound measuring 40 decibels on the decibel sound scale would be 104 times greater than the threshold of hearing. A 100 decibel sound would be 10 billion times greater than the threshold of hearing. Variations of decibel scales. Because the human ear is not equally sensitive to all frequencies of sound, variations of the decibel sound power scale have been developed to represent physiologically equivalent sound intensities at different frequencies. Some sound intensity instruments were equipped with filter networks to give disproportionate indications across the frequency scale, the intent of which to better represent the effects of sound on the human body. 3 filtered scales became commonly known as the A, B, and C weighted scales. Decibel sound intensity indications measured through these respective filtering networks were given in units of dBA, dBB, and dBc. Today, the A-weighted scale is most commonly used for expressing the equivalent physiological impact on the human body, and is especially useful for rating dangerously loud noise sources. Decibel milliwatts dBm. Another standard reference system of power figure below the reference point, 0 dBm, is defined as 1 milliwatt of electrical power dissipated by a 600 ohms load. According to this scale, 10 dBm is equal to 10 times the reference power, or 10 milliwatts. 20 dBm is equal to 100 times the reference power, or 100 milliwatts. Some AC voltmeters come equipped with a dBm range or scale, sometimes labeled dB, intended for use in measuring AC signal power across a 600 ohms load. 0 dBm on this scale is, of course, elevated above 0 because it represents something greater than 0. Actually, it represents 0.7746 volts across a 600 ohms load, voltage being equal to the square root of power times resistance, the square root of 0.001, multiplied by 600. When viewed on the face of an analog meter movement, this dBm scale appears compressed on the left side and expanded on the right in a manner not unlike a resistance scale, owing to its logarithmic nature.